This week, I let AI build an entire trading system for me, from concept to indicator to real live trade. You may have seen my previous videos where I have used AI to generate trading indicators and trading bots. Well, this week I decided to ask AI whether it could create a complete trading strategy for me, but not just any trading strategy. I wanted a trading strategy, a proven trading strategy, specifically to pass a prop firm challenge. Is it possible? That's what we're going to explore in this video today. If you are not sure what a prop firm is, a proprietary trading firm is a company that allows you to trade their company capital and you both take a share of any profits made on the account. Usually these companies will have a strict challenge, a program for you to pass to prove your skills and abilities as a trader. They won't just allow anybody to access their capital. And personally, I have been with the prop firm, the 5%ers, for years now. In my opinion, they are one of the best in the market. I'll talk more about those later in the video. All of the software that I will be using is linked in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and let's get straight into the content. This particular AI trading adventure started a week ago. Previously, I have used alternative AI software such as ChatGPT. Well, I decided to try a different platform and I looked at Grok.com. You may know Grok, it is the AI associated with the X platform. And personally, I've not had any prior experience using this platform, but I believe that it leans a lot on input from social networks such as Twitter or X and Reddit. So I decided to ask Grok a question. I referenced the Fiverr's prop firm website because that's the platform that I use. And I said that they offer 3 different funding programs for trading. Focusing on just the high stakes program, can you share a strategy that will pass this program, giving me a funded account with them? In 2024, I passed a funded account with the hyper growth program with the 5%ers, and I am currently enrolled in the high stakes program. Although my trading is doing well, I'm just looking for any extra tools that I can use, and I'm super interested in how AI can assist me and improve my edge on the markets. And this is what Grok said. It talked about the 5%ers program and the specifics about that. The fact that there is no time limit, which removes the pressure when trading this challenge. It is a 2-phase program, so in the first phase you must make an 8% profit target, and on the second phase you must make a 5% profit target. And there are some risk limits, so there is a daily drawdown maximum of 5% loss per day, and an overall maximum drawdown on the account of 10%. Which means that if you hit more than 10% loss on the account, then you effectively lose and blow up that account and have to start again. It then goes on to talk about specifically a conservative swing trading strategy that focuses on the major pairs using supply and demand zones. Now, I didn't even ask anything specific with the strategy. You saw exactly what I asked. I kept it very simple and open. And what I find fascinating is that, just breaking some of these points down, Grok goes on to reference that obviously the markets are unpredictable. 70 to 80% of challenges fail due to over-risking or emotional trading. And this is real stats, and they reference Reddit for that. But there is a low-risk swing trading strategy that has a high pass rate of 60 to 70% reported by different users on X and Reddit. So this isn't just some random information that it's caught from the internet. This is based on real traders' experience who have passed these prop firm programs. This specific strategy prioritizes survival over speed, aiming for a slower account growth per trade, taking only 1 to 3 trades per week, and in 4 to 8 weeks total, theoretically, it should pass the phases. So it's not aiming for an aggressive high-risk approach. It's aiming for a slower approach, which works perfectly with the 5%ers because they don't have a time limit on their accounts. And it also limits it to just 1 to 3 trades per week, which from my experience would dramatically help to deal with those trading emotions that can come into play and can lead to overtrading. Of course, everything I'm talking about in this video is not financial advice. Trading is very risky, so you must do your own research when you are making these trading decisions. But then Grok goes in to talk about the core principles of the strategy that it's about to share. What I loved about this is the fact that under risk management, it's talking about risking 0.5% to 1% per trade, which has been my approach from the beginning anyway. So a lot of these points confirm the approach I've already had to trading prop firm programs. But let's get into the strategy itself step by step. There are a few points that I love about the strategy. Firstly, it focuses on supply and demand swing trades, so it doesn't require you to be on the charts all day, perfect for my busy lifestyle as a full-time pregnant mother. It is aimed towards a few major currency pairs, the Euro USD, Pound Dollar and USD Yen, but later I will show you how I researched more and discovered that it can apply to other markets such as gold and also the DAX. I love the fact that it is on a higher time frame. So we use top-down analysis starting from the daily time frame for the bias, the 4-hourly time frame for entries, and the 1-hourly time frame for precision, which means that trading decisions are carried out on the 1-hourly time frame, avoiding anything faster. Usually I drop to the 15-minute and sometimes the 5-minute. And don't get me wrong, my trading strategy is profitable long term, but it's quite a high intensive, stressful, active strategy. And I'm finding it difficult to incorporate that along my busy lifestyle as a full-time mother. So if I can incorporate this strategy, which just takes it a step back onto the hourly time frame, swing trading, it could bring a lot more peace into my current trading routine. The strategy itself is targeting the London-New York overlap session for volatility, but without the news chaos. So I still need to take into consideration any upcoming daily news events. For the sake of this video not becoming super long, I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to just cover a few of these points briefly, but if you want more information on the strategy itself, let me know in the comments below. First up, we start on the daily time frame to determine the bias. Then we wait for an entry set up, dropping down to the 4-hourly time frame for confirmation. And then at the 1-hourly time frame, that is where we use to actually plan and set the trade. It goes on to talk about risk and position sizing. So there is a method you can follow to calculate your stop loss and your take profit if you want to follow this strategy step by step. There is also a set strategy for exit and trade management, including trailing a stop loss and aiming for multiple price targets. And I also like these tips from users that Grok has found from Reddit Insights and X, which is saying things like trade like it's live from day one, journal your emotions, don't oversize for quick targets, and also some of the resources that are included with the 5%ers if you decide to go with them, such as the webinars they offer for setups, the back testing, and also their Discord support channel for live questions and answers. Following this, I wanted to discover more about the strategy so that I could start testing this out for myself on the charts. So I asked Grok for a step-by-step breakdown, including the technicals, the charts, the levels, the indicators, so that I knew exactly what to look for. More importantly, I asked whether they could create it into a specific indicator to make it easier. If I could just copy and paste this indicator and put it into my charts, that would make my life so much easier. Grok replied and created a specific indicator breakdown for me of the strategy. It incorporated multiple exponential moving averages, the RSI, volume, and that was it for the major indicators. But then we also include supply and demand zones. A demand zone was a base where price is consolidated or reversed up sharply, where the buyers have overwhelmed the sellers, and the supply zone would be the opposite of this, where we have a sharp reversal down from a high seller-dominated area on the charts. It talks about how to draw these, but later I actually ask whether they can create the indicator to do it for me. Come on AI, don't ask me to do things when you can do it for me. There's a lot of information here which I can cover in a future video if you're interested. The main result of this is a Pine script that Grok generated for me, encompassing all of the strategy that it has just discussed in great detail. So I simply copied this and I went into my chart platform in TradingView. In TradingView, I clicked onto Pine Script Editor, which I keep looking for at the bottom. I keep forgetting that they've moved it now to the side. And I pasted all the code in here and I created this as a new script, which you can see on the chart in front of you. I'm going to break down the strategy on Euro Pound because this is the exact trade that I took in the live markets this week that made me just over $100. First of all, the strategy begins on the daily time frame, and there are a few points to consider to get a bias. When we are on the daily time frame, we are simply asking whether we are looking to buy or to sell. And using this strategy, what we need to do is check that price is currently above the two moving averages. The blue one is above the yellow moving average. And also a bonus is if price has a coloured background, which if you're looking for longs should be green. And it's what we can see here. Price has come down, and on the Friday we did get this close green bullish bouncing off this moving average. That's all I need from the daily to drop down to the 4-hourly time frame. And this is where we get these rectangles come in. It can look a little bit messy. These are the supply and the demand zones that Grok talked about. Now at the moment on the 4-hourly we have been coming down short term as part of the daily pullback. So the temptation would be to follow this and go short, but it's important to remember that on the daily, price is up. So we are looking for longs, but we were waiting for price to come down to a suitable area to buy. And that's what this green rectangle is all about at the bottom here. If we ignore the red rectangles for now, this green one is showing a recent supply zone. So this is where in the past we've had a large candlestick come in, which can be seen here. This large bullish engulfing candlestick that engulfs this prior one. There's a lot of demand in this area here. The buyers are coming in. Once I could see this, I could see that on the 4-hourly that we're starting to get that supply coming into the upside. I can drop to the 1-hourly time frame to see if there is an option for a trade. And this is the time frame where I plan my trade, my entry, my stop, and my take profit. I decided to set an entry for a long because price has been ranging for some time. We've got a lot of supply zones coming in now, and I know that we are above the moving averages on the daily. So most importantly, the daily provides the foundation for this trade idea. I used the 20 pip stop, which is just underneath all of this consolidation, and I decided to use a 1.5R profit target, aiming to make just more profits than what I was risking for this trade, and this is what happened. I set this trade on the Friday evening just before the markets closed, and overnight and the Monday morning, price just trended upwards and straight to my target, just in time for the London Open. A great start using this indicator, this strategy. Most important, what I enjoyed about this is I didn't have to be on the charts all the time. I didn't have to be on my phone all the time, which is what I am usually doing and trying to juggle around looking after two preschoolers. The fact that it's on the hourly time frame just made it a little bit more relaxing. But can this strategy really pass a prop firm challenge? I guess time will tell. It certainly has for other traders out there on Reddit and on X, and I'm keen to see if this will work for me and if it will work for you guys as well. If you want some more information about the 5%ers prop firm, there is a link below in the description. I have made another video as well, which compares their high stakes program with their bootcamp program, and I passed their hypergrowth program in 2024. So there are 3 different programs available. Meanwhile, let me know if you want another video following up on the strategy in more detail. It would be great to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this, let me know by smashing the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.